Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. As most of you know, I was invited to the Id.3 Prebooking Event in Dresden at December 12th, and today I want to tell you everything that I learned at this event that I didn't know before, and it's a lot. And a few things are already mentioned in the interview that I did with Silke Bakshik, the head of sales and marketing from the ID family, and some other videos already posted some things too. I even said a few things in my Id.3 test drive video where I tell you all of the details of the test drive. But today I want to really talk about everything. It's a lot, it's 2 pages. It's all the stuff I learned there, and it's very interesting. And let's just start. That's English. So, there was the first question that I asked Silke, what does IDE stand for, and it stands for many things. It's not a real word. A lot of people think it's intelligent drive, and I said intuitive device. It just stands for many things. They just like the sound, and that's why they use this. And the 3 is for the size, so 4 will be a bigger car and 2 will be a smaller car. And they also liked the correlations with that this is the 3rd gen of a people's car, like the Beetle was, and then the Golf was. So this is what they wanted. There will be, so I will go through all the points. There will be more than the originally planned 30,000 units for the first edition. There will be more, they told me, but I'm not allowed to tell you. It's just more. It's a lot more. Autonomous driving. It will have level 2 autonomous driving. Level 3 is in planning, but if it's a hardware based thing, so if you buy an Id.3 in the next 1 or 2 years, you won't have level 3. But the reason, there's a reason why the charge port is in the back and not in the front, so they have space for the hardware for autonomous level 3. I didn't know that. That was very interesting. About the drive, we all know rear wheel drive. Motor sound was extremely quiet. Motor in the back, there's so much stuff in between you and the motor, so of course it's way quieter than a front motor. Amazing turning circle, we talked about that, 10.2 meters. Because the motor's in the back, there's more space to turn the wheels. Cornering was awesome, power was okay. It doesn't move without seatbelt, I said that. So if you want to put the car in drive and don't have your seatbelt on as a driver, you can't put it in drive, you can't drive. And I know that can be annoying when you have a garage like me, where you drive in front of the garage, open it, get out, open it. I don't have automatic thing, and I can do it anyways. And then if you want to drive in, you have to put your seatbelt on to drive. I don't know what happens if you drive if you have it in drive and then you take off your seatbelt. No idea. But that's what I learned. Very comfortable. I love the seats and the seating position. What I noticed, and I forgot this in the test drive, that the viewing outside of the car is way better than the e-Golf. The e-Golf window is, how you say that, narrow, like it's very like this, and then you have the rear view mirror here. With the Id.3 this was wider, the rear view mirror was higher, so it was way better view, just the front. And then on the side you have those 2 windows that even gives you, so for the A-pillar you have even more view. I like that a lot. That was very nice. You have torque vectoring in the motor, a different power to the wheels. Now we come to battery. So what I learned is that the 77 kilowatt hour net capacity battery, so from the biggest version, will have a voltage of 408 volt. They didn't tell me what the 58 kilowatt hour would have voltage, but there's a picture of an Id.3 with the 58 kilowatt hour battery charging. Put it here, and it's he's at 385 volt at 70%. He's charging at 66 kilowatt at an Ionity charger with 173 amp, and he was charging 36.4 kilowatt hours in 24 minutes. That's an average of 91 kilowatt. But this is with charging losses, so there's not 91 kilowatt going into the car. I learned that the battery is fluidly cooled and heated, and now something that I think nobody knows, and I asked that, but even Silky didn't know, but then afterwards a technician told me, and this is amazing, the battery will heat up when you're charging to get the best charging speed, and also, as Tesla does, when you navigate to a charger, it will heat up before that, so you get the best charging speed. So they learned, that's great. It has NCM 622 LG cam cells. So the 45 kilowatt hour version, it's not like in the Kona. In the Kona, the 64 and the 39, they just take out a few packages and then the voltage gets lower and lower, and that's why the 39 kilowatt hour Kona, the same with the new Ioniq, this has the same battery, is very bad with charging because it has very low voltage. In the 45 kilowatt hour battery, they will connect the packages in a different way, so the voltage doesn't go too low, the charging is still okay. They didn't tell me how, but or what charging it will be. I just know that yeah, well, we'll get to that later in a different video. Connectivity. Over-the-air update will only be possible of getting an update at the dealership, and this is something that is now everywhere. That Volkswagen has massive software problems. I don't know if they have problems. I know they are still working on the software, and this was planned. It's nothing new. In that, if you ever read the article, they say that someone is going there and then updating a lot of cars, 20,000 cars, and then they will come out in summer. This was the plan all along. I don't know if the plan, originally Volkswagen said that the plan is to deliver in summer so that they can deliver to all European customers at the same time with the first edition, and this can be the plan, it's fine. It just takes till June because they have to finalize the software. So the cars are being built right now. Customer, oh, well, will this come later? Maybe this is important. We'll wait. Yes, Spotify is planned. It's not implemented when you receive the card. They're looking into video streaming, but right now it's only first Apple Music and Tidal. I never heard of that. There's a 3-year data plan included in the first edition. With limited data, it's not unlimited, but you can buy more. But you can always use your smartphone to connect for data transfer. So you can connect wirelessly to your smartphone, and if your smartphone has unlimited data, you can use it for everything, streaming and whatever, the whole time. But there is data included, and updates are always for free. So if you get an over-the-air update. Climate. This is also great. There is a driver-only function in the Id.3, but it's automatically. If only the driver is sitting in the car recognizes there's only the driver. Why would I heat up the other area? Only heat up or cool down the area where this person is sitting. If there are 2 people, then more, and if there are more people, then even more. That's great. Preheating without being plugged in, Silky told me that. So it is possible that the car doesn't have to be plugged in to, if you preheat or if you cool, but only if you have the climate, the comfort climate package. So there's a normal climate and then there's the comfort climate. There's also a thing going around that maybe there's only one zone temperature in the car, one zone climate, and I haven't seen one Id.3 so far that I sat in, and it's a few show cars and driven cars where there was less than 2 temperature zones. It can always choose the temperature on the right side and on the left side. So I don't know if this is standard or this comes with this comfort climate package that is in the first edition in line 2 and line 3. And if you get an Id.3 later, so if you configure it, you have to book it, of course. So if you don't take it, you don't get that comfort climate package, and you cannot preheat it without being plugged in. And I know all Tesla people are saying, what the hell, that's normal. But if you look at other cars in Germany so far, the Kona, Ioniq, Zoe could do it, I think. What else? So other cars, even Opel Corsa E and Peugeot E-208. I read the specs for Germany, and it all said that they can preheat, but you have to be plugged in. That's crap. I want this. Where are we? Keep Climate On is not available, but when you use the app, you can do a workaround. So you can. If you have someone in the car and you're getting out, for example, you have your dog in the car and you're getting out and do shopping and you don't want the dog to freeze, you can get out and use your app and preheat. It would be nice if there would be a Keep Climate On, but they said this has something to do with insurance. I'm just saying what they told me, I have no idea. With the motor, we all know that the first edition will have the 7.2 seconds sprint from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, had a 150 kilowatt motor, 204 horsepower, 310 Newton meters. If you order the Id.3 normally, and you don't get an upgrade package, the time is 9.5 seconds, you only have 110 kilowatt. So if you want that, you can order it, and you can. Except for the 45 kilowatt hour, I think this only has 110, I'm not sure right now. I could be wrong. Maybe you can order it with this too. But I know that the big battery will always have it. So you cannot get the big battery without the 150 kilowatt power. The Id.3 sound, there was a big thing that it's too loud or everything. It's a total normal sound. It's not that different than others. It's not annoying. And what I liked the most is that inside the car it was amazingly quiet. But these were prototypes. I don't know in the final version if it will be the same. I have no idea. About the design, there's something I learned that I was a bit surprised by. A lot of people have a problem with the hood top thing, the black thing that is on top of the hood, and so many people are saying it's ugly, but I guess they have to have it because of pedestrians protection or whatever, and they revealed this after in the Q&A, and no. This is has no functionality. This is a design choice. They wanted to have the black thing on there, so that the roof is black, the trunk is black, and this is black. It was only a design choice. There's no functionality. About the materials, there's something it was important for me. So it's an animal-free interior. There's no leather in the Id.3 ever. It's good materials, but all animal free, like Tesla is doing right now, except for the heated steering wheel. Right now is still leather, but they're working on it to remove that as well. ID light. So every Id.3 has the LED lights. I don't know if the normal version, so not first, will always come with LED lights. I don't know, but if you have, then the indicators in the back can do this weird animation, but you can turn that off when it's a normal blinker, so you always can adjust it. That's very, very nice, because I don't like it. Hello ID, so the thing where voice commands for the car do not just understand the normal commands. You can use them for normal things, and this is also a software thing that they're working on, and they can recognize if you say it or the passenger. And you just say what's interesting to you. So if you say I'm cold, if the passenger is saying that, then his temperature is getting up. If you say my feet are warm, that the air to the feet will get colder, or the whole side, but it will blow to the feet. And if you have the massage seat in the Max version, you can say put the massage a bit higher. Yeah, right there, that's good. I find it really great. We Connect. This is the app that you can use on your phone. You can plan your route and then send it to the car. So you have your navigation there, and you have your charging stops in there too. So in the planner on your smartphone, you can do all your planning. I want to use this charger and this, and then send it to the car. Great. The Volkswagen Wallbox, and I will put it up here. There will be 3 versions, all charged with 11 kilowatt. There's a standard for 399 euros. Then there's the Connect, which has Wi-Fi and other stuff. I will show it up here. And this is this was in a PDF for Ireland, and there's something different because in Germany only the Connect Pro has the LTE. The middle one has LTE only optional, and it has a consumption meter. And what we learned at in the Q&A also was that this does not work with if you have solar panels on your roof. When you have solar panels, sometimes the panels don't put out 11 kilowatt, maybe it's less, and then the charger has to have functionality to turn down how much it's charging, and they didn't know if it can do that, so I don't think so. Maybe they changed it later in an update, but it needs some hardware, somebody told, where you can connect something so it can communicate with this. Okay. Warranty. We all know 8-year warranty, 160,000 kilometers on the battery, 2-year warranty on the car, 3-year on the paint, and 12 years against rust. A minimum of 6 years on the over-the-air updates, but at some point updates will stop when the car is just obsolete. So in 10 years, this ID.3 will not be up to standard for electric cars then, and then it won't receive any more updates. And there's also the mobility warranty. Silke explained that to me, I think for 2 years. So if your car breaks down or your battery runs out, you can call Volkswagen, they will tow you. I don't know if it's with the charging, because this is your own fault. We'll see. Service every 2 hours. Service is every 2 years, but without a kilometer limit. So you can drive 200,000 kilometers in 2 years and then go to the service. Start procedure. Oh yeah, start procedure was very nice. I liked it a lot. They copying Tesla, and I mean Model S. I was driving a Model S, and it was when it comes to starting procedure, it was nicer than in Germany, in Austria, than the Model 3, where you need your card to get in and you need the card to put the car in drive. This is, except when you use your phone and have your app connected with Bluetooth. But if you don't want that, then you have to use the car. So in the ID.3, every ID.3 or I don't know if it's only first or if it's every ID.3, but it sounded like every ID.3 will lose the start-stop button. You get with your key in the car, and it will recognize the key and it will go on, and if you put your foot on the brake, you can put it in drive, of course seatbelt, and then you can drive, and that's very nice. I like that. Stupid start-stop button, nobody needs that. And some things about the testing that I found very interesting, and we'll put up the video. I'm sorry that's in Germany, but there was a whole presentation about what they're testing in the ID.3 and how they were doing it and where. It was very interesting, and this I will make a different video about how this affected me. The whole presentations, all I've seen, affected me a lot with my decision of the ID.3. So they were testing the change of climate. They did charging tests in different temperatures, with ice, with heat, with rain, and they tested the whole car life with different cars. They did 6 million kilometers in testing with 1,000 cars worldwide, so prototypes in 35 countries. They did. They drove with an e-Golf on very horrible surface and recorded how the car is moving, and then it did it with the shell of the battery and did the same tests if the battery is working. It looked great and a great thing, and wow, that makes me feel better about the car. And what I like the most is that they tested 11,000 chargers worldwide if it works with the ID.3. So they did not say, oh, this is type 2, it will work fine. No, they said that in every country and even in Germany, a lot of people have different type 2 connectors. Yes, it's type 2, it's a norm, but they said it's very different. Some are a tiny bit bigger, a tiny bit smaller, and they all have to work, they all have to click and lock. And then so many chargers are using the same protocol, but they use it in a different way, and they tested so many chargers that every charger works the best. And this also makes me feel amazing about the car, and I hope it makes you feel great too. What else? I think the last thing was with the seats. So in the first edition, the first has a different seat than second and line 2 and line 3, so Plus and Max. And so it's a different design and a different material, and it is in your when you configure the car, you can see that. And I will do a second video about all the details of the different versions, and then no more. But like I said, Plus and Max is the same seat, just the Max has the massage seats and has a thing in front. So if this is the seat, there's another thing in front that you can adjust for your knees, and this is the only difference. Other than that, they're the same seats, the comfort seats. But that's it. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.